something I love. I love quality, I love performance, I love excellence. So since we're talking about all that, let me tell you something about Power 95. My favorite station, the number one station in Grenada. They're celebrating 10 years. 10 years down, 100 more to go. When I'm talking about Power 95, you're talking about quality, excellence, performance. What I really admire about them is anytime I come to Grenada, they treat me like family. Power 95 is home to me. I'm sure it's home to you. What I really love about Power 95 though is that they are always first, whether it be busting the new DJs, new announcers, the new music, all the time. Artists know they're welcome to just run in and do a thing. But celebrating 10 is not just celebrating 10, just so. This weekend at Port Louis, they're going to take 10 years and roll it into one night. So be there, come out. You never know. Your boy Selector Kerry may pop up, but who knows? Mad.
I'm thrilled. I'm happy to be a part of Power 95. From a very, very young age, I had a passion for radio, and I reached out, and here I am today, a part of the Power team. Power 95 for me is not just a radio station, it's not just about music, it's a family, it's a movement, and to be here celebrating 10 years with Power, it is a great feeling. As a youth, I'm happy to be here celebrating 10 with Power, and I'm looking forward for many more years and to spread my wings in the radio industry.
10 years loud, proud, and trusted. Power 95, a decade strong.
Top, never going down, don't wait for the drop. Never stand still, that's the motto. Yeah, brand new bands for the auto. Oh, foot to the ground, full throttle. Big energy for the night like lotto. Damn, y'all talk lots, never this quiet. Life like a Seinfeld plot. Ball full of songs, all of them bombs. Something like a minefield guy. Boom.
Right, we don't hide till we inside. 'Cause the ladies' room, go set it right. In the ladies' room, we talk it straight. Love, drama, heartbreak, and fate. No pretense here, we tell it true. 'Cause the ladies' room is made for you. Hosted by Aruna, sweet voice, and all the real talk you can handle. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the room on this Tuesday, December 2nd. Yep, already day 2 in the month of December, which means we are getting closer and closer to our anniversary party on the Port Louis lawn this coming Saturday, and even closer to Christmas, and also to wrap up the year. Can't believe we're almost 2026. Lord, I pray for good health, strength, and just good vibes for the rest of the year. 2025 has been a really good year. Nobody, no drama, just peace and love and good vibes. And I give God thanks for His mercies. Yeah. We're close these days, so got me right here. Anyways, welcome everybody to the show. Thank you so much for powering up. Thank you so much to Lad. Thank you so much to Nirvana. Thank you so much, Harry Edwards Jewelers, Beacon Insurance, Western Union, making our show possible once again. And of course, not forgetting Power 95, a decade strong, the anniversary event happening this Saturday at the Port Louis lawn. Naya, you just reach and you already start. Boy, I tell you. You know, like bad children, when you, before you bring them outside, you had to give them the talking to. Like, when I bring you out, don't touch nothing, don't look for nothing, don't ask for nothing, don't say nothing. Yeah. That's is that a promo? Yeah, that's there for you. You had to give a warning in advance, and then the other tall one and behind her tall. Like, anywho's, guys, y'all good? Everybody good? Everybody okay? Yeah. All you good? Answer. Yes, no, maybe. What's the vibe? What's the all your keeps? What's going on? Anywho's, while you all respond, let me just welcome our viewers on Facebook and a special welcome to those of you listening via radio 95.1, 95.3, or you are listening via the app, the Power app. Thank you so much for taking us with ya. The folks in St. Lucia, big up yourselves. Yeah, Red definitely maintained their position. Yeah, thought it was gonna be a yellow wave to the Caribbean, but they St. Lucian like, nope, hold up, nope, nada, nothing, zilch, standing red. So congratulations to all those who went out and did their due. And in St. Vincent, I think they will be swearing in the other members today. The Prime Minister was done on Friday, so the other members will be sworn in today. I was reading something yesterday though, and they were talking. As I was reading an article, and they were talking about Dr. Gonzalez, comrade, and they were speaking about his fall from grace, and now that he's an ordinary citizen. You see, as much as sometimes we dislike the U.S., I like them in certain ways in terms of the principle they stand on, and I wish at some point in the Caribbean we will get to a place where even though somebody may be ousted from office, they still maintain that respect. Because whether you hate them, they served. And not many people put themselves in a position to serve. A lot of us just go through life doing our own thing, couldn't care less about country, party, nothing. As long as you're good, your family good, you could care zero. But to dedicate your entire life to service, even though you may not like the person or like what they stand or stood for, I just think that sometimes the respect, I just think it could be done in a more dignified way when they demit office or when they're voted out of office. For example, I saw somebody saying like all the privileges are stripped. Like for example, in the U.S., right? Even though you may not be prime minister, president, sorry, you still maintain security and all those things, right? So you may not be directly in the office, but you still have that level of respect. You know, people still refer to you as former President Obama and others. You know, so I just wish we could get to a place of we may not like the person, but the respect and at least treating them with a little dignity at the end of it, and not just toss people by the wayside after they have served, because to serve is honorable, it's noble, it's giving, it's selfless, even though you may get caught up in it and then start acting as though, hey, that is your own private shop. But be that as it may, I just think that sometimes I just think we need to just change the dynamics, because I think the article was saying that he will no longer have use of his diplomatic passport. He'll have to stand in line like everybody else, and this was he wouldn't have security. He wouldn't, like, literally just nobody now. That's something Caribbean politics. I just think we need to work on that aspect of it. Like I said, regardless of how we may feel about the person on a personal level, but out of respect for the office that we always speak of, to maintain some level of, as old people say, decorum. The way they just throw them out, I don't know. It's not. It's just maybe it's just me, but what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Anywho's, we have the setting of we had the budget presentation yesterday, and I have not gotten the opportunity to listen as yet, or to read it as yet. Hopefully this week I'll be able to do that. Yesterday was really busy. We had our cocktail with our entire Power team, our business partners, and supporters, and of course those who made a contribution in one way or the other to the Power celebration, to us celebrating 10 years. So we had a cocktail and of course our awards and all of that. It was a wonderful evening, really really nice get together, and so I didn't have a chance to even look at that program. Max, I saw you getting rave reviews, so I would definitely have to go look at that program to with you and Colin Dow to see to hear how you guys dissected the budget. I've seen a couple, rumblings here and there and about the amount. But last time I checked, budget is a projection. I find me something like that is the money and we have the money. But anywho's, I guess that's politics for your money. So I think the opposition leader had supposed to respond today. So to be honest, I can't really be bothered with that too. Not Christmas, and let me just enjoy my anniversary coming up. After that, maybe I'll take it on. Glendon Phillip, good morning. Hey, Shantae, good morning. Come on in, guys. Jenny, Charles, Gilbert. Morning, Nissy. All you got up the road? Unison Joseph, big up yourself, Marianne. Who else is here? Valerie, Yvette James. Where are you, Yvette? What sign is that? Good morning, Linda Pearl. Good morning, Abigail, Maureen, Roxanne Scott, Laurel Lewis. How are you? Good morning, Rita Williams. Hazel Jardine, welcome. Good morning, Naya, my favorite co-pilot. Clarina, morning. Thank you so much. So let me change it up a little bit. Good morning, Rachel, Shireen. The line freeze it again? Norman Noel says greetings from Maryland. It's freezing. Hey, Kimberly. Let me know though. Carla, good morning. Thank you so much, Carla. Petra. Kingpin. Morning to the lady that make me waste my pose. I was the director of photos last night. White men here to take pictures. Gosh, man. Morning, Darren. Hey, Shauna. Glamorous. Blackett Hussein. Big up yourself. Jackie, all you too wicked. How are you reaching that? How we too wicked, Jackie? What we did to you? That you ain't like again. Anywho's. Christopher Thomas Rayburn. Big up yourself. Rafi Henry. Vanessa St. John. Valerie Ross. Krista Hood. Kareem Khalees. Big up yourself. Michelle Douglas. Big up yourself. Devon Noel. Sonia Raymond Nelson. Big up yourself. Andrea, good morning. Morning, Gabby. Shauna Dakota. Who else? Andrew Joseph says, I feel the same way. Right on point. Thank you. Shamira, good morning. Cam Simeon, good morning. Glendolyn. Rachel Samuel, thank you so much. Andrew Joseph, but leaders need to ensure that this happened in their fault when you... Yeah, so it's something that, they all have to come to a general consensus on, We don't make way for something else. We don't make way for other things at all. We just think that, state and nice, So that is something I hope we would consider in the Caribbean. And it's not only, I think in almost every Caribbean island, it just seems. It's like, you have in, hey, Sue, morning, sis. Morning, Peter Joseph. Hey, Dalla, good morning. Dalla, you make it? Because you say you're on holiday? Rhonda Joseph, good morning. I didn't come down the line yet, so I was going down. Thanks so much, Gwendolyn. Hello, Bailey, big up yourself. Yeah, so, Andrea, morning. For those of you who live in the U.S., isn't there a period, like, even though the elections are called and there is a winner, isn't there a transition period, like 2 months or something so? Like, but in the Caribbean, you're out tonight, tomorrow, you have to hand over the keys to either the house, the vehicle, the land, man, rat, whatever you have next morning. Well, not even the next morning. Soon as the results are done, people come in and start to collect things from you. Come and take back. Like when man and woman vex and we start to take back. Like put you out the house and start to throw out what is yours and keep what is mine. Yeah. Yvette says I'm in Carriacou, expert on John's mom. Hi. You have some wonderful sons. Well, minus one. I'm just playing. I really need my good boys. Love them. Welcome to the room. Yeah, John is always stressing me out. Yeah, so isn't there a transition period though? That before, would that be crony herself? She wake up? Whatever. Yeah, there's a transition period. So in the Caribbean, agree the Caribbean move from there. I don't like all your ways, man. No, I just think a little decorum. We had to have a little respect for the people. Like I said, service to give of oneself is an honorable thing. It is a noble thing to give of yourself. To literally, because when you're in a life of service, you don't have a life, you know. Because sometimes I look at the PM, present PM, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, and you know, when we're doing the program, and after that, he has this place to go, that place to go, and I'm like, how do you, when is me, when is your time? How do you don't have no me time. If there's somebody on the phone, there's something you have to deal with, there's something that is always of urgency to deal with. So I'm like, where's your life? Like, how do you free up? Because even in your freeing up moment, your phone constantly going off. Somebody wants something, a constituent have a problem, da 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 da. You don't have a life once you enter public service. As long as you're an active politician, you no longer have that. And to me, that by itself is worthy of some kind of respect after you leave. I just think that with the way we do it, it leaves a lot to be desired. We can still you may not have all the perks because you're no longer prime minister, of course. But imagine Ralph in all the old years had to go and stand up, and if you had to take a plane and stand up in line like on me, I didn't go in that place. I would have been grounded unless I could get a private plane or something. I ain't doing it, other doing it. Imagine after you leave office all these years with diplomatic passport and yada yada yada, and now you have to go and stand up in the line like nobody, child. Like people haven't. Nah, rough. Think about 75 days between the November election and. Yeah, we should have a transition period also. The opposition leader is a constitutional opposition, so they're afforded diplomatic recognition. Yeah, they packed the bag the day before. I always wonder, like, if you're in office, do you start clearing out just in case you win again? I would think so. You don't want to leave stuff around when you know the next morning the person who win already by the door, ready to take over your office, ready to throw out your furniture. They don't want to sit down on the same chair you sit down on because they feel you're blighted. So all kind of situation happens. So I guess the days before leading up to that week, you probably spend it, you know, clearing up, getting rid of what you need to get rid of, taking what you need to take, just in case. But it is what it is. I just thought about it when I saw the article stand up in the line and moved in. Nah, I ain't going no if I'm in a position where I have diplomatic passport in line and going in VIP lounge and then I have to sit down and stand up in line. No, I'm not doing it. I refuse. I'm not going that place. Private. Come to Nigeria and say it loud. Only network here gulps my data. Okay, Z. I hope that's your name. Anywho's, we move. So, someone sent this, and I thought it was a really, really interesting topic and different to who on and who cheat who leave who for who. I thought it was, I thought it's something different. And I think it's something that, people go through, but we don't necessarily speak out loud about it. So I wanted to chime in on it and to get your feedback. Yeah? And this person says they didn't see Kizzy was rehearsing her wedding last night. No, I didn't see that. How? What she was doing? I miss out on that, Papa. Tell me again. So, yeah. The person says it's something that has been bothering them for a while now. And she says she thinks her friend might think my friend is secretly competing with me if I'm something or if something is really going on. Says it started small, and every time I shared good news with her, smile felt tight, almost forced. If I mentioned I was planning something new, a business idea, a project, even a hairstyle, suddenly she was doing the same thing too. When I changed my hair, she showed up a week later with the exact same style. I started talking to someone new, and suddenly she was popping up in the same spaces, getting close to the same people. If I bought something, she made sure to get something slightly better. It's like everything I do, she has to match or top it. At first, I told myself it was coincidence, but recently it's been getting uncomfortable. When I bought a new car, she made a big show of saying she's leveling up too. Whenever people compliment me, she finds a way to redirect the attention. Whenever I share a win, she immediately shares one of her own, almost like she can't just be happy for me. The crazy thing is, we've never argued. She hasn't been openly jealous, but there's this quiet tension, like I'm being measured and compared. So, ladies' room, I didn't sign up for a competition. I just wanted a friend. No, I'm starting to wonder, is it all in my head, or is my friend really competing with me behind the scenes? What should I do? What are your guys' thoughts on this? And let's be real and realistic. I think it happens. There's a lot of jealousy in friendships. And if you can't genuinely clap for a person, then we have a problem. So, right freezing. Is it still freezing? Sue asked if do they get to keep their diplomatic passports. I'm not sure. I have to find out. But I saw the article on Ralph Gonzalez which says that they literally strip everything from you. So I'm not sure. But yeah, so getting back to the topic. Let's talk about something that I'm sure a lot of us have felt, but rarely admit. Jackie said if I go to give you stories about friends. You ever had a friend who loves you, supports you, but somehow you still feel like you're in a silent competition with them? Nothing is said out loud, no arguments, no disrespect, but every achievement you make feels like it triggers some sort of response. So we're asking, do friends secretly compete with each other? Because there are some of you probably are dealing with friends who are copying everything you do, match everything you have, and treat your wins like a personal challenge. The question is it harmless? Is it insecurity? Or is it a friendship you need to rethink? Or is the sincerest form of flattery? Maybe they admire you and that is their way of... Could it be that? Or is it really what you're feeling? Okay, I'm going to read it just now. Do your friends struggle to celebrate you? Like something good happens to you. You either start a new business and everybody around you, sometimes even strangers, say congratulations, and that one from their... And it feels like they're just doing it because they struggle to celebrate you. They feels forced, it's short, and it's followed by a story about themselves to downplay. And they copy you, not in a cute twin way, but in a strategic way. Whether it's your hairstyles, your ideas, your hobbies, even the people you talk to suddenly become everything. Your job, your relationship. Have you ever experienced that sort of friendship? They kind of go quiet when you're winning. Not only friends, sisters do the same as well. Wow. Okay, so let's say humans in general. And they seem to be more supportive when you're down and distant when you're up. Cheer for you because it looks good, the optics look good, you seem like a good friend. So publicly, to me, privately say to you, hey, I'm proud of you. I love how you look. This, that, or the other compared to a big public posting and all of that. Because we all know that out here is fake as well. We all know this. A lot of what people post is for show, to act as though they're all up in the Kool-Aid, but of that. In real life, you don't even get a text or a message from them. Proud of you. You look nice, this, that, or the other. They'll tell you everything because they see, it looks good out there on social media. But in real life, you don't get that same energy. They only cheer for you publicly. And behind closed doors, try. Online or in groups, they act like your biggest fans. They rush to announce something right after you share good news. Almost like they can't let you have the spotlight. Whatever little success you have, it makes them uncomfortable. And if you pay attention, you can feel the shift. You can feel the tension. Energy never lies. And the thing about it is, a lot of you sometimes you are too loud that you don't when you miss the signs. And when I say loud, I don't mean like talking loud, like you always, you don't take time out to just sit back and observe. You learn more by observing. And I tell people a lot of the times, sometimes you have to play the fool to fool the fool who think they're fooling you. Like you don't know nothing. I can pick up a lot by just sometimes when you walk into a room and you look quietly, you can pick up vibes. You don't have to say a word. You know who you can rap with. You know whose energy is going to be off just by observing and paying attention. Energy, body language never lies. You just have to tap into that part of you where you're able to read people. Remember when our parents, mothers back in the day used to always say, Miss this person, bring a friend home. And you're born in your bestie and da-da-da-da. And your mother would say to you, Miss Spirit, and give her this person. And you're vexed with your mother because she and this spirit. Well, in a way, she and the spirit come out. Spirit always tell her something. And then later on down the road, thing happen. And if you had paid attention to your mother's spirit, you could avoid that. Yeah, that spirit is intuition. They just used to call it spirit back in the day, but it's actually your intuition. We could avoid a lot of situations and, things. You feel the shift, you feel the tension, the energy changes. So sometimes, as much as you want to share, when you start feeling that way with your friend, because you're happy to run to your friend and share, because you know you're going to get that same energy back. When it starts to feel uncomfortable, you have to learn to stop oversharing. You have to learn to protect your ideas, your plans, and your moves. Observe, don't accuse. Give yourself time to see if the pattern continues. And if it gets to a point where you have to start creating boundaries, limit what you share, how much access they have, and how deeply they're involved in your decisions. And in the same vein, sometimes you have to, check your own feelings. Make sure it's not insecurity on your end. But if you're consistent, trust your intuition. Have an honest conversation if needed. Let them know certain behaviors make you feel, how it makes you feel. A real friend will adjust. If they get defensive, well, you're spot on. And you don't have to break up every friendship. Sometimes you just have to accept the friendship for what it is. Not everyone is meant to be a close friend. Some are better from a distance. So I know sometimes we get caught up in our feelings and whatever. If it's not doing you well, it's not serving you well, it is okay to let it go. You don't have to be ring and finger with everybody. And you have to learn to compartment people in different compartments. Not everybody gets cis title. Some people are just meant to be the liming buddies, cool, you hang with, you talk to, but you don't divulge your secrets or your personal business to them. And I think that is what the mistake we make. We put everybody in the same bag, the same bucket, everybody's friend. No. And especially as you grow older, you have to spaces where they belong and you act accordingly. You can't be bestie with everybody. It's not possible. So there's one person you know you could sit and talk to, tell all your business, and you ain't even not to say to them at the end of the conversation, hey, don't tell nobody nothing, don't repeat it, They already know code. There are some people you could share with and you couldn't care less if it's going to get out or not because it's not that serious, it's not that important. And there are some others you know can't hold water at all, you say absolutely nothing to. But all three are not the same. Different. All three are not the times we live in now. Listen, man. Listen. Carla and Running says, yes, some of them do. I have a friend like that. He was even my best man. At your wedding, No, they're troops and they come in all shape and size. All shape and when Protocom came last month, he told us, well done, better than well said. Even with the people I trust and love, I don't share some things. No, you can't share everything, especially if it's something that you're going to do. It has not. And that is a mistake I see people making all the time. They have plans. Comes to fruition. They're telling the marish and the parish. And all kind of old costs and blight they put in on you can't even get the thing off the ground because they blight you so much already. They put all kind of old bad vibe, bad energy on you. You can't even get to do anything. Sometimes you just have to wait until it's done completely. Like, for example, you're about to open a store. You wait until you stock your store. You wait until you have everything in it. And when you're about to open your doors, then you say, because next thing you say you're bringing in stuff and then they call in the port and the police and say you have thing in barrel, drugs coming in barrel and container and all kind of old thing to blight you. So you cannot announce your moves before you make them. After you've made them and it's something like you can't hide and it's something that, you can put it out there. Why am I wearing this one? Come every day. But some of you, in your excitement and your exuberance, you jump the gun and you speak before you're supposed to. You're wondering why you can't see your way. Some of you talk too much sometimes. You are your own downfall. Like Gabby does say, are they like too much man? Or they like too much friend? Because nobody passed in their 30s. And I wish what I'm saying now I knew it way, way, way back then. Because as God live it. So that is why I like speaking on topics like this, and hopefully that will fall on somebody's ear. Stop putting your energy into people that not even giving you half of the time. A lot of the times we pour into friendship that don't even give us a quarter. We fill up their glass, and then ours is like this. What is time for them to pour into us? They're busy, they don't have time for you, but you're always showing up for them. You're always making time for them. They could call you to this second, and next minute you're already up and running. When you call them, it's all kind of Tory, all kind of titivation. So sometimes you have to learn to move in silence. I know it's something we say might sound cliche, we say a lot of, but I've learned to really appreciate that element. And it's made so much of a big difference in my life, like moving inside. You don't have to announce every move. And if you're friends with a person and they're upset because you don't tell them, then... And the kind of friendships where people require you to, every single day, minute of the day, night, we had to check in. I don't have energy for them kind of friendships, I'm sorry. If you require that of me, I can't be your friend. What you can... We may not speak for weeks, but the minute time you pick up the phone to reach me, to say, hey, this cat, the dog on the cat and run up the road, you know I'm on it. I'm there. But you see this kind of friendship where every morning you have to, every afternoon, every night you have to, no. You tell somebody good morning, have a good day, fine. But the people you have to sit down every day and give ball by ball coverage of what you're doing today, first thing in the morning, like after 6, what? How's my day? How my day could be going anywhere at after 6? My eyes just open and trying to get ready for the day. Who have time to get up early in the morning to start gossip about Hello. 2026 is just around the corner. Take it for what you will, but I just think it's time that we get it together. We have to start taking control of our own lives. Nobody else can do that for us. My business is mine, and if you and my friend can accept my privacy, then exactly. You are not required to, you're not obligated to. I appreciate if you factor me into everything, but you don't have to. And sometimes I don't really want that pressure either, because that is an additional pressure you already have stress thing dealing with. There's an additional burden you probably don't want to deal with. I see people are getting vexed when people then invite them to their wedding. Who? People just get vexed if somebody don't invite. I am so happy if you don't invite. You know how much wedding costs? By the time you get a frock, and sometimes if they have a particular color scheme, they're telling you what they want, and they're directing you where to buy the dress. You have to buy the shoe to match, the bag to match, you have to get the makeup done, you have to get a hairstyle. And these days, people don't want no little glass set. They don't want towel set. They don't want no little blender. They want money in and gift card. Or they have a registry. Or they're directing you where to buy stuff and what they need. And when you check, sometimes you're paying $1,000+ going up the road. Because you can't go in people's wedding and walk put $100 in an envelope. 5 and up the road. So I am perfectly fine if I don't get invited to nobody's wedding. That is $1 extra I don't have to spend. 1 extra. Andrea says, I really don't want to be factored in. No, I don't. My life is a whole factor already. I can't be factored into everything that you have going on. Because I'm an empath. When people going through their thing, I just take it down. And then you started to stress me, my chest getting tight. No. Don't factor me into everything, please. What is urgent and what you really need me for, let it be on a need basis. Not because you want to tell me, but you need to tell me. You're not getting notifications. Here's what you got to do. When you click on the live, there's 3 or 4 dots at the bottom. Click on the dots and turn back on your notification, because it happened to me yesterday. I didn't get a notification, and sometimes off, like, so you have to turn it back on. Yeah? Shireen says, and they get mad if you don't buy off the registry. People, back in the day, used to buy a little teacup set and then 6 glass in them in the store and well wrap, or a towel set, and bring for people in wedding. If they want people to read their rights, go and buy that and wrap it and give them. They don't want that. They want money. Registry. So, as I was saying, let me read. Sometimes you catch them just staring you down. Yeah, you feel the energy. So before we go, sometimes you think the person is in competition, but you might be the biggest motivation they have. That's why I said it could be either way, but you just have to observe more, and based on, so be able to determine if it's a motivation to them or, So you have to decide. At the end of the day, friendship should feel safe. At the end of the day, I stop saying when we're not doing good. I just get, no. You can't say when you're doing good, Papa. You mad? But at the end of the day, friendship should feel stressful. And a friend who truly loves you won't feel threatened by your growth. They clap for you, pray for you, and celebrate you without hesitation. Competition might be fun and games, but in friendships, it creates cracks, it creates insecurities and unspoken resentment. So if something feels off, like I said, trust that feeling. Real friendships don't require you to shrink yourself, dim your light, or hide your wins. And if someone in your circle can't handle your shine, maybe they were never meant to stand in your spotlight in the first place. So you decide. You can continue to play blind, and you can continue to stick your hand in the lion mouth and see if it will bite you one day. Or you could stay away from the lion so you wouldn't get the opportunity. You decide. As my mother always used to say, I like too much friend. Always have a titi bana friend. And if I had listened to that lady back in the day, only like too much friend. And as we get older, you have to start having quality and not quantity. A lot of you are big on their number, quantity, the amount of friend you have. But together can make a good one. So our focus as we get older should be spent on quality. And it's not because they might be able to give, but they can instill wisdom in you. They can contribute to your ideas, to your growth, to your development. Those are the kind of people we have to line in with as we get older. It could be 1, 2, 3, whatever. But you don't have to go looking to have 20 people, 50 people when you reach a certain age to say, but cut it out. Thank you, bye. On that note, I shall take my leave and remind you again, if you have not purchased your ticket as yet, I am playing with all you know, because I've seen a lot of all in here galloping. Let me know on Port Louis on Saturday. When I come here Monday, I just telling boss, go on the beach, find something to do Monday and don't listen to radio. I come here and I'm cussing all you out for not coming up, showing up. The way I is. Sick or do sick. Me and all you Monday morning. $50, Grenadian Optical, Lush by Onelia, Divine Touch Hair Salon, Esther's Bar, and Go to Fet Online. And thank you to everybody who contributed to our 10th year anniversary. All right? Thank you so much to our kind sponsors, Land, Nirvana, Harry Edwards Jewelers, Beacon Insurance, Western Union. And tomorrow, I'm going to have another 2-ticket giveaway. I'm doing in between. I did 2 yesterday. I'm going to do 2 tomorrow. And then I'm going to do 2 on Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah. So we'll have another 2-ticket giveaway tomorrow. All right? So, yes, Shamira, we outside. Have a good one, everybody.
10 years, one station, Power 95, a decade strong. From day 1 to year 10, still your number 1. Grenada's heartbeat on the airwaves. We didn't follow the culture. We built it. Your music, your station, your power. "10 years loud, proud, and trusted. Power 95, a decade strong.